right, it's time for sports. Jordan's here with that. Jordan.
Thank you. Only a select few who dedicate their lives to the game of hockey will ever see the NHL. Well, that's true from players to coaches to broadcasters, even Zamboni drivers. One Victoria hockey star, though, has carved a path to the pros, performing the most thankless task on ice, and that's what makes him this week's Island MVP. No matter what your position, the goal in hockey remains the same.
You want to be the guy doing that Game 7 of the Stanley Cup final.
Trent Knorr's ascent of hockey hierarchy is every Canadian kid's dream, with a small twist.
I got the phone call in June. Terry Gregson of the NHL asked me to come and have an interview and a sit down, and then I got the official word in August.
And that official word was that Trent had been hired by the NHL. His junior career started and finished here in Archie Browning Rec Center in Esquimalt. The bruising defenseman had his share of success in Junior B and the odd oops. But the captain of the Cougars' calling came in stripes.
I was about my second or third year junior, and I was starting to progress a little bit more into the officiating world, and I started to really enjoy it. And I enjoyed it a lot more than say I did playing. Like, I still loved to play, but I saw a bit more of a future, and I felt that it was a little bit more of a better career path that I'd probably enjoy more in the long term.
Like any pro plateau, refereeing in the NHL requires building blocks. Trent worked construction as he climbed each reffing rung.
Unfortunately, reffing doesn't pay the bills, so I still had to work on top of it.
With no lockout lifted, Knorr's plan is to ply his trade in the American Hockey League. Like any rookie, a year of seasoning in the minors is just part of earning your stripes.
The speed is huge, but it again makes it a little bit easier because the professionalism of the guys, and they know they're playing sort of within, they know what the standard's going to be, they know how to adapt, so it makes it almost easier in a way, but you have to be still on your toes because everything does happen a lot faster.
Trent Knorr's dedication to the game of hockey makes him our Island MVP. On-ice officials take their lumps at every level, and not just on the ice. Trent's patience and poise are what make him a professional.
You don't take anything personal. It's just guys get heated in the game, fans get heated about it, and that's just part of the territory.
As for keeping up with the latest lockout news, well, Trent is just like the rest of us.
I look every day.
Me too, Trent. You don't have to be in the big leagues to be our Island MVP, and we want to hear from you. Please email us at islandmvp.ca to nominate your MVP, and watch every Wednesday as we profile the Island's top talent. The proposal tabled yesterday by NHL owners left hockey fans giddy, but the player response has been decidedly less euphoric. In a statement today, union boss Don Fear said while the proposal does represent movement, it still represents very large and immediate concessions by the players. Both sides will meet face-to-face tomorrow. And since they're actually playing games, let's shine a light on the CFL, shall we, and the exploits of one Andrew Harris. His 121-yard performance in last Friday's win over Hamilton broke a 45-year-old record. He's got close to 1,700 total yards, and that is the most ever by a Canadian-born player. As it stands, he's neck and neck with Calgary's John Cornish for the league's most outstanding Canadian. Amazingly, this is just his second full season at running back.
I think I've grown as a player. Just the game has slowed down so much for me, and I see the field a lot more than I did before. So I'm still growing as a player, and that's the beauty of it. You know, I'm still going along right now, and things are really slowing down, and I'm understanding the game more and more every snap. So it's great, and I can't wait to go on from here.
Harris is third in the CFL in rushing and needs just 17 more yards to hit that magical 1,000-yard mark. Shouldn't take long for him to hit that Friday when the Lions take on the Eskimos. Stats are one thing, but Harris is still the ultimate team-first guy.
For me now, I just want to clinch first place, and that was the main goal for me, and that's the main goal for this team. So I'm all about the team right now and clinching first place, and you know our home field advantage is so huge for us and our fans, and playing in that building. So that's the main objective right now for me.
The Canadian entry in the America's Rugby Championships is off to Saturday's final. The defending champs from Argentina will be the opposition as Canada cruised past the U.S. in a spirited tilt last night in Langford. Canadians showed their speed early. Nick Blevins gets taken down meters from the U.S. try line, but they punch it in the next play. You can cue the red-hot boot of one Connor Braid. This strike straight through the uprights. Not a great night for his American counterpart, though, who shanked back-to-back kicks as we headed into the halftime. Canada holding a 13-3 lead, and they settled down in the second. Strong in the ruck, Captain Tyler Ardron will rake the ball out and find Jordan Wilson-Ross, who strong arms his way into American pay dirt. 18-3 for Canada, and they didn't stop there. They swing it wide down the line. Ross to Clayton Mears. He will add another try. 23-3 is your final as Canada goes undefeated, 2-0 in tournament play. Next up, Argentina for the gold.
The RGs are going to be big, physical, skilled. They're a well-rounded team. They have it all. And I think we need to match that and one more. We'll come out with the aggression, the home crowd behind us, which is huge. And we'll build off that momentum.
Hopefully we get some baseball in. Both championship series in a rain delay right now. Fasten your seatbelts for some highlights with Aaron tonight, hopefully.
Now the Cards and Giants, they did get 7 innings in, right?
They did. I'm not sure what the official, usually I think it's 6 innings in a regular season game, and that's in the books, but we're now in the postseason, so we'll look into that and hopefully get 2 games in.
Last chance for our Yankees tonight, huh?
CC on the mound. The right guy's pitching anyway.
All right, Jordan, thank you.
All right.